Jason. Welcome to episode 6, our final episode, because this puppy is done. I didn't have too much to do to finish it up. At the end of the last episode, I had the action where I wanted it, so really for the setup, all I had to do was get the intonation right. So I made sure each open string was in tune, and then checked each again up at the 12th fret, and to see if that was also in tune. And if it was too high, I would have to make the string longer by moving the bridge back or the saddles back. And I knew that was going to happen because when I set up for the dry build, the bridge was a ridiculously far way back so that it was almost just hanging on. So I knew I was going to have to pull it out a lot. And I pretty much got it to where it needs to be. This pesky G string is having a lot of issues. Even with the saddle all the way back and the bridges back as far as I could get it, that high G is still sharp. So that's the way it is for now. I think when next time I change strings, I'll see if I can get the bridge back a little further. But until then, we'll just play it a little out of tune. Overall, I'm happy with the way it came out. I know it's sort of a unique look. I wanted to get something that no one else had, no one could buy in the store, and I think I got one with my blue Sunburst. Let's hear how it sounds. I've plugged it into my Vox 10 watt. I've got the gain all the way up, and it's just direct, no pedals or anything. I'm going to turn up the volume and play it for the first time, and we'll hear how it sounds. It works! Great! Well, that was no problem at all. Although what I did off camera was I actually did play it a little bit the other day, and the first time I plugged it in, it made no noise at all. No buzz, no hum, no anything. So I was playing around with it a little bit, and I wiggled the cord at the output jack, and it came on. So it made me think, obviously there's a short, must be one of the tongs on the output jack poking into the copper taping that I put around that cavity. So I took it off, and I took some simple black electrical tape and put some little strips around there where the little tongs might be touching, and put it back on, and hopefully that should prevent the problem. Let's hear a little more sound test. I really love the way that the pickup sounds. For a P90, it definitely has a lot more bite, a lot more treble than I had expected. And so here it is, loud and dirty. Now with the tone down at 5. Tone down to 3. Let's hear what it sounds like clean. For this, I'm just going to turn the gain halfway down. The tone back all the way up. Always going out of tune, and the strings have been on for a while now, so I don't think it's that. I think it's probably the tuning machines that came with the kit. Everybody online pretty much said that they threw them away right out of the box and replaced them because they are not good. So I'm thinking that must be it, and that I probably, before I do anything else, I need to replace these. So that'll be the next thing to do on this in the not too distant future. Take the tone back down to 3. really like it. I think it sounds good. It sounds very rock and roll, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that I learned that I'm very happy that I learned on this guitar and will not do on my next build. I wish I had been more scientific when mixing my colors, because I would do a test color and then would like it, so would make a bigger batch to use on the guitar, and even though I thought I followed my exact same recipe, it would come out so different. So I think I just needed to be more exact. I think I needed to use little syringes and just take very careful notes. You're going to need to have this down so that you can replicate it when you run out. And try not to run out. Don't throw it away. Hold on to all of the paint that you have, stain that you have, until the project is completely over, because you may very well need it. Speaking of the finish, keep an eye on it and make sure it does not run. Anytime you put something wet on, first of all, don't put a lot on your brush, and make sure that the surface lays flat to dry. And during those first few crucial moments, keep a close eye on it and have a clean rag and wipe off any runs that you see as soon as you see them, before they harden and it gets very difficult to take them off, and probably impossible to take them off in a way that looks like they were never there. I don't know if I'd do the sunburst again, but I wish I had practiced the method more on some wood so that I didn't have to do it on this guitar over and over again, sanding off between each attempt. I'm very happy with the way my headstock logos came out, but the one on the top, it is not straight. I didn't even realize it for a couple of days, so it's obviously not that big a deal, but I want to figure out how to make them more straight going forward. And also to get out some of the brush marks that you can see on the paint. I want to figure out how I can get that on a little more uniformly. Maybe I'll try a paint marker next time and see how that works. When you're checking out your string action, do it with just the low E, or the low E and the high E string on. Don't put all your strings on until you know everything's in the right place, including the distance between the strings and the pickup. Given my electrical problems with the sound, I would say maybe it's not that important to put shielding tape on the output cavity jack. And the last thing I learned that I think is the most important thing is razor blades are an amazing tool. I got this pack of these straight edge razor blades that I use so many times in the building of this guitar, and I've started using just all over my apartment just for general cleaning and stuff. So I'm glad I learned about the joy of razor blades. So anyway, I do have my next guitar project is here. I got the body and the neck from China. I was waiting for some scrap wood to come, but I don't think it's going to come. I think I'm either going to have to fly blind with the finish or try some stuff out on some other non-mahogany wood and hope that it translates. And I plan to make some videos. I don't know if they're going to be like this, but there's going to be some sort of videos, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.